Welcome everyone, it's Vapor Strigamar. It's time for another episode of Raid Shadow Legends. We're going to be going on to the next part of the reset. We do not have much time. Gonna throw that in there just to do it. You want to take him straight out of the equation. We do not have as much time as you think for this. I'm just trying to make some progress on wave management, because otherwise... No, wrong one, man. We want that decreased defense on him. We want to wipe out him. Aim for the back line. We could be dead here. Okay, we're not dead. Next floor. We do not have much time. I've got to hoof it if I want any form of success here. We really have to be aggressive in order to get this to even work at all. You want to keep their defense as low as you can. As the last thing we need to do is wipe here. That would suck. Because I do not need to wipe early, because I have to try to get as fast up the tower as I humanly can before the reset. I mean, at least we beat the other one first try. I don't know if we'll have the same luck. At least I beat Dark Fae first try, this first version. But the final version is really rough. Gotta keep going. That going with the percussive pound. Keep them controlled. And bingo, next floor. Okay. Where are we at? 34. We have no time to lose. Literally no time to lose. The important thing is we have multiple forms of decreased defense. And that's going to be majorly important for keeping these waves under control. The problem is making progress in here is not going to be as easy due to the fact that the account just does not have the same level of power. And that lack of power is what's going to make it rougher. That's why it didn't beat the last one. But regardless of the reset, we're going to get to the boss anyway. Do I have faith that we'll get there before the reset? No, because this account has problems. There's a reason it's never gotten a Doom Tower icon. It's because it has problems, and it's going to take me a long time for me to solve its problems. Because it has to be in a very specific state in order to beat this tower all the way to the end. That is just the reality of the matter. Only have 10 minutes remaining. And this account is not as well endowed. That's the real issue here. If it was as endowed as my other account was, I'd have no problem doing it in that time frame. It's just the fact that this account doesn't have much comparatively is the real issue. Now, it looks like it has the same thing, but it doesn't, because the Great Hall isn't as good. The champs are... They're okay. They're decent, but they don't have the same gear. Like, there's a whole bunch of hidden problems that make it so this account is a lot slower at Doom Tower. And when it comes to Doom Tower, every detail matters. That's the reality of it. Every detail matters when it comes to Doom Tower. You miss one detail in Doom Tower, and it can cost you a lot. That is how it goes. The devil is in the details. And this is normal, by the way. There is a hard version that I have never beaten, period. The hard version has very high stat thresholds to beat. Alright, so we're going to want some block revive shenanigans in here. Now the reason that I'm reserving my removal is very simple. The reason I'm reserving my removal is because I know that she's going to put the buffs up and mess me up. Like so. And that's why I reserved it. That's why I reserved that to deal with her in case she didn't proc the block revive. That's why I did it. That's why I did it. It doesn't help that that warlord literally messed my skills up very egregiously, and because of that, it's going to allow Sicia a way into the game, which is something I really, really, really don't want. You really don't want Sicia a way into that game. You want to the best of your ability, deny Sicia everything she wants. That is the best strategy. Now, if you're asking again, why am I holding my remove buffs? Because I know for a fact they're going to put the buffs up. And if I don't hold the buffs, like the buff stripper at least, guess what's going to happen? They're going to regen it. There we go. Let's try this mix. Got to keep going though. I think I did make a mistake here, but I don't have time to correct it. Because I probably should have went with the block debuffs. I probably should build out my Sanguinia again. Thing is, Hegemon is actually kind of crippling to if you ever want to go first on a team. He has that crippling element to him with locking your skills for 2 turns. That is very annoying unless you really think about what that means. You see, this fateful arrival thing is just awful. Genuinely awful. And if you don't think about getting locked out, it results in a lot of really annoying things happening. I'm doing that just to try to get their defense down. Because right now, I don't know if I can get up there before the reset. I'm probably not, but at least I'm going to have some of these keys out of here. So it's not going to be the worst. Why can't I click on him? It's not going to be the worst situation on the planet. It doesn't help that they have the classic Platinum Arena double Hegemon, which is usually exclusively whale territory, because even if you get a Hegemon as a free-to-play, let me put it this way. Even if you get a Hegemon as a free-to-play, your chance of getting a double Hegemon as a non-whale as a free-to-play is obscenely low. A single Hegemon? Yeah. Yeah, I can totally see that happening. But a double Hegemon? Not a chance. Well, maybe a chance, but it's extremely low. My point is, single Hegemon's possible for a free-to-play. Double Hegemon is almost unheard of. Likewise with all the other legendaries. Like a single Canderfon, yeah, I can see it. A +2 or +4 empowerment? No. That's pay to win. That right there, that is a sign that it's pay to win. That right there. Immediate sign that is pay to win. Now, we didn't get it in time, but I wasn't expecting to get it in time in the first place for a number of reasons. Not the least of which is the fact that, like I said, this account has messed up on a variety of rotations just because you need a certain amount to beat those rotations, and it just hasn't found what it needs to do any of them. The closest we had was the Frostbiter rotation, and that won't be until July. I'm not even joking. That will not be until July again. It has to go full circle. This Bommel rotation has to expire before we get the one this account has 100% chance of beating. And that's the grim truth of it. Because this account has problems. Just want to point that out. I think there's enough spirit affinity to warrant it. I'm leaving Madame Saris in like ability up. Mashald is an extremely dangerous opponent. You always want to have decreased defense. Here I'm thinking we just want to get it out there. You want to bully him first, because you don't want... You do not want him to get a turn. Because if he does, you're in for a very bad time. And that's a fact. The third account almost basically has no business being in here at all. Not even on the first 10 floors. Not even. That's how un-early game friendly this version is. My other account has literally no business being in here. Period. Literally none. Zero. Zilch business. No business. Alright, Dark Fae. Since Ninja's no longer a thing here, we can include Deacon, I guess Magnar, Rosin, what do I want for healers? I'll try this mixture. I can't guarantee anything because this account has a bit of a funny makeup. The main thing here is to save your big abilities for the boss. Do not use them versus the waves here. That's going to be my best strategy here. I don't want to bring any revives, because if I bring revives, bad stuff's going to happen. At least for this version. The other one I may have to bring revives anyway, which is going to complicate the fight. Get that extra turn. Perfectly timed. Unfortunately, I didn't get that. There we go. Okay, maybe bringing Magnar was a mistake. Yeah, bringing Magnar was a mistake. Magnar was a mistake. Because we want... Right, the strategy, at least for this one, we will end up adapting the strategy. But the strategy for this one is a exotic blend of nukers. And unfortunately, I think... that throws the balance off. Who can we bring in that won't throw the balance off but will contribute to the overall damage? That's the real question here. Let's try War Maiden. This one's trickier because, like, I knew I probably wasn't going to get it anyway because I knew this was going to be trickier with this account's team. The way this account works. I knew this was going to be trickier. As I knew I didn't have the exact recipe here. I have some of the ingredients, but just because you have the ingredients doesn't mean that you have the entire recipe. Now here we're going to want to save all our AoEs, except for this one. We're going to want to save our AoEs for the boss. That is the main thing we want to do. All of the important AoEs. That's what we're going to want. Compress. Get that. Firestorm right. It's bad. That's also bad. I think I played it wrong. I knew this was not going to be as easy. I knew it wasn't going to be as easy. I knew it. You know what? I actually did misplay that badly. Did you remember that I used that AoE ability? I need all of them up. So actually, no. We're gonna make sure we don't. We got to save all our AoE abilities for the first wave, because we're going to want to kill off our own champions on the first wave. We don't want them to live until the second wave. You know? That's the raw truth of it. We want to save all the AoEs for the boss. That's just how we want to do it. We don't want to waste any of that on here. Because hopefully we can get it to where the boss compress, Firestorm right. I don't know why it didn't do the extra turn. Okay. Got that. Gonna aim for the Sicia because I think Sicia is a problem. For obvious reasons. Gonna aim for the Deacon. Take her out of the equation. Get some poison on her. Get a decreased defense if we can. Get a weaken there. Area of effect there. Compress here. That there. This is still going to be rough, because we don't have any revives. Okay, we got her. We cracked the code. And next time we're going to be climbing further up the tower. And I will see you all then, when we do that. Yep.